Today we have a guest, Marcia, and she opened up an amazing center. It's called the Wellness Center. And do you want to talk a little bit about why you opened it and some of your health issues that you had that inspired you to open your center?
Well, I'm a retired CPA, and back in 1992 I had an accident which caused me to have to retire, and I was involved in rehab. I was involved in rehab for about 15 years, and then I spent 3 years helping a friend that was ill, and through this process, through the stress, my health deteriorated. So much so that my diabetes was out of control, and I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, acid reflux disease, and a bunch of other things requiring me to take 7 medications a day. So I finally decided that I had to step up and do something about my own health. So at the time I decided to do that, I was 80 pounds overweight on top of everything else. And I started searching for different modalities, different things to possibly help me on my healing process. And I bought a lot of different things. Some of them worked pretty well, and some of them didn't. And finally, I reached a point where I had lost the 70 pounds, and I no longer take the diabetes medication. I haven't for almost 2 years. And I no longer take any medication. So what I decided to do was to open up a wellness center where I could share everything that I had learned and everything that the equipment and things that I had bought. And then during this process, I also decided to buy a synchronicity system, which allowed me to create a healing room. And so it's
do you want to go into a little bit of detail if they haven't heard what the synchronicity system
is?
is?
The synchronicity system, it's a system that generates color and wave therapy. And what it does is it creates a healing room, and when you're in the room, your cells are actually empowered or energized to heal. And what I found is people who spend time in the synchronicity room, actually, when they do get our other services, are much, the effects of the service is much better. So what we do is, it's very difficult to explain, so we do a free seminar every Tuesday night to allow people to experience the wave for themselves, and it's usually an hour and a half, and what we do is we talk for about an hour, and then we do a free small pain treatment, because we find that after spending an hour or so in the room, your body is really primed for healing. And then at that point, we do the pain treatment, and I would guess in more than 95% of the cases, there has been improvement.
And I actually had an opportunity to do that a couple weeks ago.
And that's right.
Yes,
that's
and
right.
I actually had a pinched nerve in my neck, and so I was having trouble with the range of motion. And so he did the pain treatment as well as being in the room. And the next morning, I'm like, that's interesting, because you never know what your body needs at the time. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm feeling different or I slept different. But then it was like 24 hours later. I was like, wow, I can turn, because I couldn't turn my head after that pinched nerve. So after like 24 hours, it started improving, and I could tell a difference. So it was really interesting.
Well, some people are actually healed right there. And then other people, it takes a day, maybe 2 days, because the healing is continuous. And some people walk out and they feel, oh, I've got a 50% improvement. And then a couple days later, it's 75%. And then maybe a couple more days later, it's 100%.
Right, so everybody
is different.
Yeah, but I mean, not being able to turn my head, and I had, pain shooting through here and couldn't even move my neck. That's really, I was like, oh, that feels so much better.
Oh,
but I think I didn't even notice it at first. I'm like, wait a minute, I just turned my head to look at somebody, and I couldn't do that a couple days ago.
That's what we find, that usually people sometimes have a hard time noticing the improvement because they've so avoided certain actions. And so when they finally notice that they're not in pain anymore, they're they're amazed.
Yeah, it must be amazing for you that you get to hear all these great stories.
Yes, and I get to actually see them, and I actually experience them myself. I do have a disability placard because I have a bad hip, and I could not go shopping without an electric wheelchair.
I can't imagine, and because I've known you this way, healthy and moving and active.
Yeah, and so what I did was I gave myself 3 90-minute treatments, and that's all I've done, and I have not been in a wheelchair since October of last year, which is great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, I used to go to Costco, and when all those chairs were taken, I'd have to go home. Because I couldn't wait, I couldn't stand for an extended period of time. So whatever the problem was, and it's one of those things that nobody could tell me what was wrong, but it was just too painful to walk on.
Which really hurt your life and ability to move and do things.
That's true, that's true.
But in a good way, it was a blessing because it inspired you to open the center and be able to help other people.
That's also true. Had I not healed myself, I probably would not have walked in equipment. So everything in the center is something that I personally have used and feel that it's reliable and it can be duplicated.
So someone that might have pain or they're just curious about the technology can meet with you, and then you can go through their the packages. Because you also have a Chi machine and other treatments that kind of go in conjunction.
Well, no, I don't have a Chi machine, but I do have an infrared sauna.
Yes, the sauna.
Yes, so I have an infrared sauna, which we've been using primarily for detoxing, but it can be used for cardio, skin treatment, pain management, weight loss, detoxing, which is our main use. And I do energy scans, or it's called a Zyto lead scan, and basically what I do is I scan you using that hand cradle, and all the stressors that are in your body are identified, and then I also scan for all the balancers, and based on that result, I make you a homeopathic remedy.
That's amazing.
So no pills.
Yeah, nice. Yes, I had that opportunity when I came in to scan to see what my frequency was at the time.
Well, it's not really what your frequency is, it's what your body prefers at the moment.
Okay.
So I offer 16 different waves, and half of them are high energy waves and half of them are more calming, peaceful waves. And when you put your hand on the cradle, your body is voting for, this is what I want right now.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. And so if you're in for healing, then I make really sure that all the waves I run are your positive waves. If you're in, most people that come to the Wellness Center in Hawaii, they're here for healing. So it's not. So it's important that we only run waves that support that healing process. Now, sometimes people just want to feel good.
I would hope all the time for more energy or
and so
more balance in life.
With those people, it's not as important to pick the right wave for them, because all the waves you end up feeling pretty good. But if you're in there for a healing experience, then in my mind it's very important that I don't waste your time on a wave that maybe won't support you 100%. And remember, because we have 16 waves, and I scan myself every day, and it changes. It depends on what's going on with me.
Emotionally
and physically. Maybe I was driving in and somehow I got upset in the car. And then when I scan myself, it's quite a bit different. And then usually what I do is I'll scan myself again when I feel calmer, and then it's different.
Interesting. So the best thing someone can do is get in touch with you for Tuesday nights and
Yes.
come and experience it.
Yes, come to our Tuesday night 6 o'clock seminars and
they actually get to sit in it,
Mm-hmm.
because I sat and was able to ask questions and experience the sound and light waves for 2 hours.
Right.
It was really interesting.
I think the other seminar we went till 9 o'clock. It's because everybody.
Well, it
was-
felt so good, and some people were falling asleep, so I would have stayed till 9. I'll just take a nap and wake me up.
Well, we do have some people that are suffering from insomnia, and what they do is they come down and sit in the room for a couple hours, maybe from 5 to 7, and then go home and go to sleep.
So after that, they can have a consultation with you and give it a package.
If
together,
the,
whatever.
yeah, well, no, these are people that are actually using
Yeah.
the room.
But yeah, everybody that would like to get more treatments in the future.
We offer a variety of packages. Obviously, the more hours you sign up for, the cheaper the per visit is. And I think that the use of the room is just limited to our imagination. I've had some good success in treating people with PTSD and high anxiety disorders. And it's just a matter of trying to balance the body so that it's as strong as it can be. And what I believe the room does is it allows people resilience and bounce back. So that's what we try to do.
Interesting. So how does someone get a hold of you if they'd like to get some more information?
Well, you just call us at
give the number.
732-5363.
And you have a website as well.
And we have a website, the Wellness Center Hawaii, and we have a Facebook page, the Wellness Center Hawaii. And
you'll be in the next Hawaii Wellness Directory.
That's true. We'll be in the next directory.
Yes.
And we do have a blog and we do have a newsletter.
Yes.
So we can also add you to our newsletter if you'd like to receive that.
A lot of great information so people can get their questions answered. Well, thanks for coming on and
Okay, and
sharing.
thank you for having me.
Sure. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.